Hello, Miss Kramer.
Hello, Mrs. McCauley.
Happy Monday.
Happy Monday, everybody.
It is Monday, January 22nd, and it is an A3 day.
Would you please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Please be seated for a moment of silence.
And now for today's announcements. It's that time. It's been a while
It has been a little while.
since Miss Muley has been here for us for our Motivational Monday, just because we haven't had a lot of Mondays lately.
Yeah,
And
had some
so-
bad weather, some holidays.
Exactly. So we're very excited that Miss Muley is back and she is here to bring us some motivational tips.
Take it away.
Hello, everybody. Happy Monday. I'm happy to see all your smiling faces this morning. And I just wanted to let you know that I know that some days are harder than others, and that's okay. But I still want you to always focus on excellence and getting caught in the act of excellence. So that means I want you to do the right thing even when no one's looking, because it does matter. It shows your character, and your character is who you are essentially, right? And I want you to keep moving forward, keep standing, do not give up ever. If you are struggling with academics, go talk to your teacher. If you are struggling with something social or emotional, you have the whole 7th grade guidance suite that's here to help you. I'm here to help you. Just make sure you open your mouth and get help, because we want you to succeed. And that leads me to my next point: is what you think about is what you bring about. So what does that mean? It means that if I'm thinking positive and I have a good mindset, and even if I'm feeling a little cruddy, I just have to keep thinking positive, because if I believe in myself and give myself a positive message, then good things will happen. And there was a study done a long time ago, and they put all students in a room, and the only difference was students kept having positive thoughts. They made them repeat, "I'm going to do well on this test," over and over. And another group of students, they made them say, "I'm going to fail this." And guess who did better on the tests? With an equal amount of studying, the kids who said over and over, "I'm going to do well on this test," actually did perform higher, because it was their mindset going in. So never, ever underestimate the positive thinking and the power of that positive thinking. So please, you got to fake it till you make it some days. I know I do. Just keep your thoughts positive. And surround yourself with people whose eyes light up when they see you. That means that's a good person to be around, right? They're happy to see you, and you want to be happy to see your friends. So always surround yourself with good people who care about you. And be yourself always. It's too hard to fake it. Be yourself always, unless you're faking it for positivity's purposes, but you always want to be yourself. People will like you for you. You just have to find your right set of people. I hope you have a great day. Bye.
Wisest person I ever met in my life, a 3rd grade dropout. Wisest and dropout in the same sentence is rather oxymoronic, like jumbo shrimp. Like fun run, ain't nothing fun about it. Like Microsoft Works, y'all don't hear me. I used to say like country music, but I've lived in Texas so long, I love country music now. I hunt, I fish, I have cowboy boots and y'all, I'm a black neck redneck. Do you hear what I'm saying to you? No longer oxymoronic for me to say country music. And it's not oxymoronic for me to say 3rd grade and dropout. That 3rd grade dropout, the wisest person I ever met in my life, who taught me to combine knowledge and wisdom to make an impact, was my father. A simple cook. Wisest man I ever met in my life. Just a simple cook. Left school in the 3rd grade to help out on the family farm, but just because he left school doesn't mean his education stopped. Mark Twain once said, "I've never allowed my schooling to get in the way of my education." My father taught himself how to read, taught himself how to write, decided in the midst of Jim Crowism, as America was breathing the last gasp of the Civil War, my father decided he was going to stand and be a man. Not a black man, not a brown man, not a white man, but a man. He literally challenged himself to be the best that he could all the days of his life. I have 4 degrees. My brother is a judge. We're not the smartest ones in our family. It's a 3rd grade dropout daddy. A third grade dropout daddy who was quoting Michelangelo, saying to us, boys, I won't have a problem if you aim high and miss, but I'm going to have a real issue if you aim low and hit. A country mother quoting Henry Ford, saying if you think you can or if you think you can't, you're right. I learned that from a third grade drop. Simple lessons. Lessons like these. Son, you'd rather be an hour early than a minute late. We never knew what time it was at my house because the clocks were always ahead. My mother said for nearly 30 years my father left the house at 3:45 in the morning. One day she asked him, why, Daddy? He said, maybe one of my boys will catch me in the act of excellence. I want to share two things with you. Aristotle said you are what you repeatedly do. Therefore, excellence ought to be a habit, not an act. Don't ever forget that. I know you're tough, but always remember to be kind. Always. Don't ever forget that. Never embarrass mama. Yeah. If mama ain't happy, ain't nobody happy. If daddy ain't happy, don't nobody care. But you know, I'm trying to tell you. Next lesson. Lesson from a cook over there in the galley. Son, make sure your servant's towel is bigger than your ego. Ego is the anesthesia that deadens the pain of stupidity. Y'all might have a relative in mind you want to send that to. Let me say it again. Ego is the anesthesia that deadens the pain of stupidity. Pride is the burden of a foolish person. John Wooden coached basketball at UCLA for a living, but his calling was to impact people. And with all those national championships, guess what he was found doing in the middle of the week? Going into the cupboard, grabbing a broom, and sweeping his own gym floor. You want to make an impact? Find your broom. Every day of your life, you find your broom. You grow your influence that way. That way you're attracting people so that you can impact them. Final lesson. Son, if you're going to do a job, do it right. I've always been told how average I can be. Always been criticized about being average. But I want to tell you something. I stand here before you, before all of these people, not listening to those words, but telling myself every single day to shoot for the stars, to be the best that I can be. Good enough isn't good enough if it can be better, and better isn't good enough if it can be best. Let me close with a very personal story that I think will bring all this into focus. Wisdom will come to you in the unlikeliest of sources, a lot of times through failure. When you hit rock bottom, remember this. While you're struggling, rock bottom can also be a great foundation on which to build and on which to grow. I'm not worried that you'll be successful. I'm worried that you won't fail from time to time.
I love Miss Muley's dose of positivity
Yes.
on a Monday.
Yes.
It's such a great way to start the
And,
week.
you know, I love listening to her. I feel better.
Yeah,
I feel better after just having a conversation with her.
I agree. And that clip was just wonderful
That's
too.
a great clip.
It is. And we have, just to switch gears, spring sports registration. It's officially open. So if you are interested in trying out for softball and baseball, you should go to finalforms.com to register. Please keep in mind there's a section for students and for parents and guardians to sign up and complete. One or the other won't work. You have to complete both sections. If you have any questions about registration, please make sure to see Ms. Bergstrom during transitions in front of the gymnasium.
The Hamden Middle School Drama Club is holding auditions for Into the Woods. Auditions will take place tomorrow.
Tomorrow's the big day.
Yeah, and callbacks are on Wednesday, both days from 2:30 to 4:30. Students must be prepared to sing a solo. It just has to be 32 bars, 1 minute. It can be from Into the Woods, or it can be a song that you are comfortable singing. But everyone in the cast and crew must be available for practices on Tuesday and Wednesday afternoons. The final performance will take place the weekend of May 2nd through the 4th. Contact Miss
Simildevo. or
Simildevo from the Whitney Players.
Yeah, she's the person. If you have any questions,
Yeah.
please see her. And it is from Whitney Players that's, hosting the whole thing. And if you are interested in designing and creating our school yearbook, you should join the yearbook club. Our advisor, the club advisor for the yearbook club, is Ms. Santiago, and she's located in room 158, which is house 5 first floor. And if you are thinking of joining the yearbook club, you just have to be able to stay after school twice a month, and those meetings are on Wednesday as well.
And if you join the club, maybe you're interested in designing the front and or back cover of the yearbook, because there are some rules you need to know about.
Oh,
Has
get
to be-
ready.
It has to be an 8.5 by 11 piece of paper. Flip that paper over and in pencil, write your name on the back. Hold it vertically, leave a 1/2 inch border around the edge of the paper. Keep your artwork flat and clean. And you must include Hamden Middle School and the years 2023, 2024. The due date is Thursday, February 15th, and you might want to sneak a dragon in there.
Yeah, it's a great idea.
Yeah, if you get a chance, you might want to sneak that in there, but all submissions must go to Miss Santiago down in House 5, first floor, room 158.
Awesome. I can't wait to see this year's yearbook. And this is a reminder to our participants in Healthy Heroes. Healthy Heroes will be meeting after school today. Please report to the cafeteria at 2:50. And remember, you have to have pickup arranged at 5 o'clock as there's no late buses.
Okay, this week on the calendar, Healthy Heroes today, and I believe it is game day.
I love game day.
Yes, boys and girls basketball versus Amity.
Good luck, basketball players. Very exciting.
Tuesday, tomorrow, grade 7 orchestra and chorus. And you know what's not on there is the tryouts.
Oh, yes.
The tryouts for the play.
Into the Woods
For
play.
Into the Woods, yes.
Mhm.
Wednesday, after school clubs and basketball games versus Walsh.
Yep. And then also those callbacks
And the
for Into
callbacks.
Woods.
Thursday, early dismissal for teacher PD, and the grade 7 band and jazz concert. We'll wrap it up on Friday with Healthy Heroes.
Excellent. Oh, phew. This was a long one,
Yeah.
but a good one.
Yes.
Great
It's a great way to
Monday. A lot
start.
of Monday messages. It's wonderful.
Yes.
And we're officially signing off, and we hope that everyone has a great day.